Question 1. Who were the first inhabitants of North America? A. Vikings. B. Europeans. C. Native Americans. D. Africans. The correct answer is C. Native Americans. Native Americans arrived via the Bering Land Bridge from Asia around 15,000 to 20,000 years ago. Question 2. What was the main food source for many Native American tribes? A. Wheat. B. Maize. C. Potatoes. D. Apples. The correct answer is B. Maize. Maize, also known as corn, was domesticated in Mesoamerica around 7,000 BCE and became a staple for many tribes. Question 3. Which European explorer is credited with discovering America in 1492? A. Leif Erikson. B. Christopher Columbus. C. Amerigo Vespucci. D. Hernando Cortés. The correct answer is B. Christopher Columbus. Columbus landed in the Caribbean in 1492, opening European colonization of the Americas. Question 4. Which Native American civilization built large cities like Cahokia?
A. Inuit.
B. Iroquois. C. Mississippians. D. Apache. The correct answer is C. Mississippians. The Mississippian culture built Cahokia, near modern Illinois, around 1050 to 1350 CE. Question 5. What was the primary reason Europeans began exploring the New World? A. To study Native Americans. B. To escape taxes. C. To find new trade routes and riches. D. To spread democracy. The correct answer is C. To find new trade routes and riches. In the late 1400s, European powers sought direct trade routes to Asia for riches like gold and spices. Question 6. What is the name of the land bridge early humans used to reach America? A. Isthmus of Panama. B. Atlantic Path. C. Beringia. D. Pacific Gate. The correct answer is C. Beringia. Beringia connected Siberia and Alaska during the Ice Age around 20,000 years ago. Question 7. The first permanent English settlement in North America was A. Plymouth. B. Roanoke. C. Charleston. D. Jamestown. The correct answer is D. Jamestown. Jamestown, Virginia, was established in 1607, becoming the first lasting English colony. Question 8. What did the Mayflower Compact represent? A. A peace treaty. B. A plan for self-government. C. An agreement to fight. D. A trade contract. The correct answer is B. A plan for self-government. The Mayflower Compact, signed in 1620 by the Pilgrims, was the first governing document of Plymouth Colony in America. Question 9. Which group helped the Pilgrims survive their first winter? A. Native Americans. B. Spanish. C. French. D. Dutch. The correct answer is A. Native Americans. In 1621, Native Americans like Squanto and the Wampanoag taught the Pilgrims to farm and survive. Question 10. What was the main reason the French explored North America? A. To spread democracy. B. To enslave natives. C. To trade fur. D. To farm. The correct answer is C. To trade fur. During the 1600s, the French established trading posts in Canada and the Mississippi Valley for the fur trade. Question 11. Who was Pocahontas? A. Queen of England. B. Native American woman who helped Jamestown. C. Pilgrim leader. D. Spanish explorer. The correct answer is B. Native American woman who helped Jamestown. In the early 1600s, Pocahontas, a Native American woman, played a key role in mediating between the Powhatan tribe and the English settlers. Question 12. What was the lost colony of the English? A. Plymouth. B. Roanoke. C. Boston. D. Salem. The correct answer is B. Roanoke. The Roanoke colony mysteriously disappeared by 1590, leaving only the word Croatoan behind. Question 13. What did the Columbian Exchange refer to? A. Trading gold. B. Sharing culture. C. Transfer of plants, animals, and diseases. D. Ship routes. The correct answer is C. Transfer of plants, animals, and diseases. Beginning in 1492, this exchange, by transfer of plants, animals, and diseases, reshaped life in Europe and the Americas. Question 14. Who founded the colony of Pennsylvania? A. John Smith. B. William Penn. C. George Washington. D. Thomas Jefferson. The correct answer is B. William Penn. In 1681, William Penn founded Pennsylvania as a haven for Quakers and religious freedom. Question 15. The Salem witch trials occurred in which colony? A. Virginia. B. Massachusetts. C. New York. D. Georgia. The correct answer is B. Massachusetts. These infamous trials occurred in 1692 in Salem, Massachusetts, leading to executions over witchcraft hysteria. Question 16. What was the economy of the southern colonies based on? A. Shipbuilding. B. Cotton mills. C. Plantation agriculture. D. Fishing. The correct answer is C. plantation agriculture. From the 1600s, Southern economies thrived on cash crops like tobacco and rice using slave labor. Question 17. Which colony was originally founded as a haven for Catholics? A. Georgia. B. Pennsylvania. C. Connecticut. D. Maryland. The correct answer is D. Maryland. Maryland was founded in 1632 by Lord Baltimore for English Catholics facing persecution. Question 18. The Iroquois Confederacy was known for A. Farming. B. Building pyramids. C. A political alliance of tribes. D. Worshipping the sun. The correct answer is C. A political alliance of tribes. Formed around 1450, this alliance united 5, later 6, powerful northeastern tribes. Question 19. What was the first written constitution in America? A. Mayflower Compact. B. Fundamental Orders of Connecticut. C. Articles of Confederation. D. Charter of Liberties. The correct answer is B. Fundamental Orders of Connecticut. Written in 1639, it outlined a framework for government in the Connecticut colony. Question 20. What type of dwelling did the Plains Indians live in? A. Longhouses. B. Teepees. C. Adobe houses. D. Igloos. The correct answer is B. Teepees. Teepees were portable homes perfect for the nomadic lifestyle of plains tribes like the Sioux and Cheyenne. Question 21. What was the main goal of the Spanish missions in the New World? A. Trade. B. Enslavement. C. Religious conversion. D. Science. The correct answer is C. Religious conversion. Spanish missions from the 1500s to 1700s aimed to convert Native Americans to Christianity. Question 22. Who established the colony of Georgia? A. William Penn. B. James Oglethorpe. C. John Winthrop. D. Roger Williams. The correct answer is B. James Oglethorpe. Georgia was founded in 1733 as a buffer against Spanish Florida and a refuge for debtors. Question 23. The Middle Passage was A. A trade route. B. Route of slaves from Africa to America. C. Passage to the West. D. Sea path to Asia. The correct answer is B. Route of slaves from Africa to America. From the 1500s to 1800s, millions of Africans were transported via this brutal sea route during the transatlantic slave trade. Question 24. What was a major cause of conflict between colonists and Native Americans? A. Clothing. B. Music. C. Land disputes. D. Trade. The correct answer is C. Land disputes. As colonial populations grew in the 1600s to 1700s, settlers encroached on native lands, sparking wars and displacement. Question 24. Who were the Puritans? A. Slaves. B. Soldiers. C. English Protestants seeking to reform the church. D. Pirates. The correct answer is C. English Protestants seeking to reform the church. Puritans migrated in large numbers to New England in the 1630s, seeking religious purity and community. Question 26. Which European country first established settlements in Florida? A. England. B. France. C. Spain. D. Portugal. The correct answer is C. Spain. Spain founded St. Augustine in 1565, the oldest continuously inhabited European settlement in the U.S. Question 27. What was the main purpose of the Navigation Acts? A. To protect native land. B. To reduce taxes. C. To control colonial trade. D. To stop slavery. The correct answer is C. To control colonial trade. The Navigation Acts passed starting in 1651. These acts restricted colonial trade to benefit England's economy. Question 28. Who was the founder of Rhode Island? A. John Smith. B. William Penn. C. George Calvert. D. Roger Williams. The correct answer is D. Roger Williams. Roger Williams founded Rhode Island in 1636 for religious freedom after being banished from Massachusetts. Question 29. Which tribe formed an alliance with the French during the French and Indian War? A. Iroquois. B. Apache. C. Algonquins. D. Cherokee. The correct answer is C. Algonquins. The Algonquins and Huron tribes sided with the French during the war from 1754 to 1763. Question 30. What is the name of the war fought between Britain and France in North America before the Revolution? A. Revolutionary War. B. King George's War. C. French and Indian War. D. 7 Years' War. The correct answer is C. French and Indian War. The French and Indian War, 1754 to 1763, was the North American front of the global 7 Years' War. Question 31. What was a major result of the French and Indian War? A. French gained land. B. Colonists gained freedom. C. Britain gained land but had huge debt. D. Native Americans ruled colonies. The correct answer is C. Britain gained land but had huge debt. Britain won French territories in 1763 but was left with debt, prompting colonial taxation. Question 32. What was the Proclamation of 1763 meant to prevent? A. Slavery. B. Immigration. C. Colonists from settling west of Appalachians. D. Trade with Spain. The correct answer is C. Colonists from settling west of Appalachians. The proclamation issued after the war in 1763, it aimed to avoid conflict with Native Americans beyond the Appalachian Mountains. Question 33. What was the main crop grown in the southern colonies? A. Corn. B. Tobacco. C. Cotton. D. Barley. The correct answer is B. Tobacco. Tobacco was a major cash crop in Virginia and the Carolinas from the 1600s onward. Question 34. What is the term for the journey slaves took across the Atlantic? A. Final voyage. B. Middle passage. C. Triangle Road. D. Ocean trade. The correct answer is B. Middle Passage. The Middle Passage, 1500s to 1800, was the brutal second leg of the triangular trade transporting enslaved Africans. Question 35. What was the main religion of the Spanish colonies? A. Protestant. B. Catholic. C. Quaker. D. Jewish. The correct answer is B. Catholic. Spanish colonizers brought Catholicism to the Americas starting in the 1500s. Question 36. What type of colony was ruled directly by the English crown? A. Proprietary. B. Royal. C. Charter. D. Tribal. The correct answer is B. Royal. Royal colonies like Virginia were directly governed by the king starting in the 1620s to 1700s. Question 37. What was one effect of European colonization on Native Americans? A. Population growth. B. Technological exchange. C. Disease and population decline. D. Equal trade. The correct answer is C. Disease and population decline. European diseases like smallpox devastated native populations from 1492 onward. Question 38. Who explored the Mississippi River for France?
A. Hernando de Soto.
B. Samuel de Champlain. C. La Salle. D. John Smith. The correct answer is C. La Salle. In 1682, René Robert Cavelier, Sieur de La Salle, explored and claimed the Mississippi River Valley for France. Question 39. Which crop helped save the Jamestown colony? A. Wheat. B. Rice. C. Tobacco. D. Cotton. The correct answer is C. Tobacco. Introduced by John Rolfe in 1612, Tobacco became the colony's economic lifeline. Question 40. What is a cash crop? A. Crop used for decoration. B. Crop that loses value. C. Crop that grows fast. D. Crop grown for profit. The correct answer is D. Crop grown for profit. Cash crops like tobacco, rice, and indigo were grown in the 1600s to 1700s to be sold for money. Question 41. What system brought settlers to the colonies in exchange for land? A. Headright system. B. Enclosure. C. Navigation Acts. D. Plantation Act. The correct answer is A. Headright system. Started in 1618, the headright system offered land to those who paid their own or others' way to Virginia. Question 42. What was the triangular trade? A. Trade between Europe, Africa, and the Americas. B. Trade between colonies. C. Native trading. D. Viking system. The correct answer is A. Trade between Europe, Africa, and the Americas. A global trade route in the 1600s to 1700s, it included slaves from Africa, raw goods from the colonies, and goods from Europe. Question 43. What was the name of the movement that emphasized reason and science in the 1700s? A. The Reformation. B. The Awakening. C. The Enlightenment. D. The Revolution. The correct answer is C. The Enlightenment. The Enlightenment, late 1600s to 1700s, encouraged reason, individual rights, and led to political ideas used in the Revolution. Question 44. Who was a key Enlightenment thinker whose ideas influenced America? A. Isaac Newton. B. Galileo. C. John Locke. D. King George. The correct answer is C. John Locke. Locke, 1632 to 1704, promoted natural rights and the idea of government by consent, inspiring American revolutionaries. Question 45. What was the Great Awakening? A. Religious revival. B. A war. C. A rebellion. D. A law. The correct answer is A. Religious revival. The First Great Awakening, 1730s, 1740s, was a series of religious revivals emphasizing emotional preaching and personal faith. Question 46. Which preacher was famous during the Great Awakening? A. Benjamin Franklin. B. George Whitefield. C. John Smith. D. William Penn. The correct answer is B. George Whitefield. George Whitefield traveled through the colonies in the 1740s, drawing large crowds with passionate sermons. Question 47. What was a major result of the Great Awakening? A. More taxes. B. Less religion. C. Greater religious freedom. D. Formation of new colonies. The correct answer is C. Greater religious freedom. The Great Awakening led to the rise of new denominations and challenged religious and political authority in the mid-1700s. Question 48. What was the dominant economic policy of European empires in the 1700s? A. Capitalism. B. Feudalism. C. Mercantilism. D. Socialism. The correct answer is C. Mercantilism. Mercantilism aimed to strengthen national power by controlling trade and accumulating wealth through colonies. Question 49. Which colony was settled by the Dutch before becoming English? A. Pennsylvania. B. Delaware. C. New York. D. Maryland. The correct answer is C. New York. Originally called New Amsterdam, it was taken by the English in 1664 and renamed New York. Question 50. What major Native American uprising occurred in 1675? A. King Philip's War. B. Pequot War. C. Pueblo Revolt. D. Seminole War. The correct answer is A. King Philip's War. King Philip's War, 1675 to 1676, was a devastating conflict between New England colonists and native tribes led by Metacom. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe for more content. Hit the like button, share with others. Don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments below.